Right, okay, welcome back again. We've got yet another 3DS to play about with. Surely you must be getting bored of these by now. This one apparently doesn't hold a charge. Well, I've put a fresh battery in and it just goes off. So I'm not really too sure what the problem is. So let's take it apart, put these flat batteries out of the way, put this one over here and locate a screwdriver that will actually get things undone. And let's have a little look inside and see if anything jumps out at us. These screws feel mightily chewed up and are not screwed in properly, so it's definitely been opened. In fact, Mr. Chewed Up screw can go straight in the bin. Because there's several on this desk that can replace it. Yeah, not keen on that. Two more to go, this one. And the little one at the top. Well, and obviously if I hold the battery in, it doesn't show it charging, which is going to come up on this little light down here. Well, there's no orange light at all, so I'm wondering if either the fuse has gone or if that is knackered. So first things first, let's have a look. They don't look brilliant, so I'm going to get a nice decent amount of solder on them, and if we have to take it off later, that will help make it easier to remove at least. But for now, see if that light comes on now. It should just come on anyway, even without a battery in, but then go off. No, nothing at all. So let's strip it down a bit more and test the fuses, which are on the other side. Now, in my pile of tat, I do have a board, well, a shell from the other week where the top screen was water damaged, So I'm going to try and transplant the board into that. See if it works. See if we can narrow down some of the faults at least. I mean, that is in the right way, yeah. Let's take these 4 screws out here. Definitely been out before. Definitely. Right, that should allow me to pop that out. Move that to one side for a moment. Just have a look under here. Yeah, everything looks okay. So let's chuck that straight in this one. Gonna need a Wi-Fi module just to snap on there, else it won't boot if it does try to boot. And right, let's try the bottom screen. Have I got one laying about? This is a good question. to DS tops. This one. Well, happy days. That sound means that a GameCube disc I cleaned up that was very scratched has just fully installed. I'm happy about that. Because it means that at least I've repaired that disc. Well, can't really class it as repairing. I put it in a machine and pressed a few buttons and it went round. Well, that's not even turning on now. Turns on without it. Okay, let's ignore that screen. Let's try this other screen. Blue light. Pop. That looks okay, the backlight connector. As does that. Any more 3DS screens laying about? Oh, there's a pink one here. I mean, that does look quite water damaged and manky. Okay. Maybe it is the top screen. Let's try it back in its original shell. I mean, ignoring that for a second, the camera cable has got damage to it. Can't quite see, but that's torn there. But the camera shouldn't stop it working. This will though, however, and that's got a bit of a kink in it, so that might be a problem. What I don't want to have to do is take apart a fully working one to test it, but if I have to, I'll have to. Nope. Well, we've got some life, so well, it's gone off again, but there's no volume, so that's troublesome. And I can't do anything here because obviously I didn't bother to plug in the touchscreen, so I'll do that now. This has been off before because it's filthy. So yeah, someone's definitely been in and tried to work on this. And I mean, all of this could be moot, because obviously I haven't solved the not charging issue yet. Right. Now I'm just doing that because I want to try and get back on, or just put it on, as it were. I think there's something up with that top screen. We had something like this the other week, didn't we? Well, it's on. The 3D touchscreen is the calibration is no good, so we're not going to get through that. Right, okay. Let's go back to this white one again. So the volume cable is definitely... Oh, I'm just going to zoom in on this. That might be why. At just the right angle, they're probably touching what they need to. And then they're not. But, well, yeah, that's the end of that top screen for definite. So, whatever else this needs... Well, sorry, it's not the top screen, it's the thingy-maboggamajig. The, oh, God. Words fail me. It's the ribbon cable that is for the speakers and houses the 3D slider switch. So let's get back to trying this white one. Perhaps I just hadn't got it plugged all the way in correctly. Yes. Okay. Right, we've got sound now. Slide that up. Yeah. Jolly good. Rock a cartridge in the back of that. Done. Put that back down. Skip. We'll deal with that once it's actually together, if it ever does anything set later. Yep, all the lights are on. Yellow light is there. Excellent. Right, we've got home screen. Let's try a DS game. Reads that. Right, let's check the region of it, shall we? Although bearing in mind this is that stupid Cubic Ninja cart again. There's European. So, close. It's really slow. Yeah, cool. It does read that. Camera. Let's check the cameras and see if the cameras work. They don't. Right, I'll be back. Right, okay. I'm quite sure this thing is very, very knackered, but let's see what it does. Because we know that the top screen on this works and the ribbon cable works, but the cameras don't. Oh, it's because they're not plugged in. Okay, scrap this for a minute. Let's actually attach the camera before we try it and write it off. Maybe it does work okay. And I'm more concerned that the camera works, like the camera is working. Like, it doesn't matter if it's in this frame, just that the board will work with the cameras. Yep, okay. Rear camera works. And yep, front camera works. Good. So, what are we to do? Let's see. Is it charging or doing anything now that it turns on and plays about? No. Does it say it's charging when it's turned on? No, it does not consider it's... Oh, hang on. We've got some life. Charging port. Ladies and gentlemen, charging port. Come back to life, soldering iron. We have a little nose. That was working. I am now wondering if I've just blown the fuse, because I had it plugged in whilst jamming these in. Does it still turn on? Yep. Yeah, the charging light is on, but it's playing kind of silly games. Right, so that bottom screen is okay. Everything in that red one at the top is knackered, I'm going to say. I'm not sure about the camera, but I don't think it's salvageable. This board is good, apart from the looseness of that charging port, but bending up that, because this makes, when you put your charger in, it makes connections here and here, and this looks like it's been bent well down. I'm just gonna bend that back up a bit, pop that in, and let's see how well the connections fit now. Yep, that comes on first time every time. Still a bit. Just give it a little bit of IPA. Just have a quick clean out. And yeah, you can see that light come on nicely. So what we're going to do is, this LCD works. I'm not sure if this LCD in here works, really. Like, this board works though, so I'm putting that out the way. All of these others can just go back on their pile of death before they eventually make it into a spare parts box. I want this shell because I've not got a red one up for sale at the moment. So that means taking all the buttons out. No, deal with that afterwards. But the buttons need to come out. This can come out because that's had it as well. All the rubbers come off the end of that. And then, more things to get out of the way. Wick this horrible plastic thing off, and some leftover glue. And then let's get the screws out of here. Why is it that always falls out apart from the one time I wanted to just fall out. There we go, it fell out. I need to get the back off the top. There we are. 3D slider. Poke through the hinge again. Yep, there we go. And then this lot. Oh yeah, that's no good either, is it? I'm just hopeful that the screen's still alright. Right, that's no good. I'm going to take that the camera's no good because I can just do that. That's not helpful to anybody. I don't want to put something that is already weakened back in a machine. But perhaps the screen might be salvageable. We'll have a look in a sec. That's dented. Right, I need to see if I've got another one of them. Well, unfortunately that's a resounding no. It's going to be slightly battered, this one. But not much I can do about that. That's all there is for it. But whilst we're here, give it a bit of a clean up. Right, now, so we know that's knackered. I need the speakers off it shortly. We know out that comes. We know this is knackered, so snip, off that comes. And we don't know if the screen is any good. So it needs to fold back out anyway. Get this stupid sticky crap off. I need to find a camera and a speaker ribbon cable. So I can go back there for a minute because ta-da-da, this will provide. Come on, buttons, out you fool. All these bits can just sod off in the box on the floor, in the spares box. Now the one thing we do know about this screen in this one is that the screen works, but the back LCD backlight thing is water damaged or has a mark on it anyway. So if nothing else, I can always try and steal the backlight off the one that's in the red shell and try to Frankenstein them together. But I'll look at that after we've tested it, because I'm hopeful that some of it can be saved. Yeah, that's definitely had water damage because you can feel it sticking. Yep, there you go. Oh, look at the state of that. Nasty. Spares box. Hinge. Poke it the rest of the way through. Come on, mate. Just get this undone. Because what I want to do is lift all this out a bit so I can pull this stupid cable off and through there without any damage, hopefully. Right, I'm hopeful that that hasn't caused any harm. Right. I want this out to go in the red one. Box. Now this. Oh, humdy humdy hum dum. Oh, it's stuck. That's not good. Right, that is the nastiest thing ever, but bit of that on there might sort it out for another day. So, filthy camera assembly, check. Filthy ribbons, check. Screen that may or may not have a use yet. Okay, so let's at least try and clean that up and a bit of cleaning on that. So, where's this red one? Hoik that cretin out again of this one. So, I mean, when I do have things that I can't fix, as I say, they go in a spares box, or like these, they end up over there on a pile of bits, which are things I've been working on lately and haven't got round to putting in the spares box. And yeah, hopefully they'll come in handy for this job. So that one, followed by that one. And then try and get these open. Yeah, that one's not in. Flip the magnet out of the way and get this under here. I'd say carefully, but I am like a bull in a china shop with most things. So carefully is not something I do very often. Now, that sort of looks like the wrong order. You out of the way. You need to go round once more. Screen, camera, speaker ribbon. This is not going through that gap very easily. I'm quite sure that's far too big once I'll start to try and poke it through. You cable just pee off. That's not going to work. Right, that's in. I'm going to put the cable through. Wedge it into his little house. You in there. Is there one for this side? Is it still attached? That's good. Right. Now, what's occurring? That's better. Now, I'm going to screw this side in here, but then I'm going to get the board and try to hold it all together. And see if it works. So just the LCD. And the jobby what's it. And then battery. Turn it all over. Yep, that top screen's okay. Brilliant. So I can start to reassemble most of it. So that was handy. I need to get these all through here again. Whilst that's in the easiest state, let's just wedge that in. Yep. And these three need to go in. Helps if I put all 3 of them in. Carefully, you idiot. Carefully. Okay. Slide old Cuthbert back in there. And then I can get some of the top back on, and that will hold all those bits of gubbins in place. Slidey McSliderson. Give them a couple of screws. I might as well bang them all in whilst I'm here. Right, now, whilst this screen does work, unfortunately, it's got a pink surround on it. And that's just ruined it, because that's peeled off the thing, the touch screen. Right, okay, let's pop this back off. See, I've got the red one that came off there, but it's scratched. I wouldn't mind seeing if that red screen works though, to be honest. As we had that intermittent fuckwittery because of the half snapped cables, this might be alright, but it will still need a new touchscreen. A little bit annoyed I can't just do this all with recycled parts, if that's the case, because the touchscreen will have to be new. In you go. That can sort of out the way. Yeah, that is a good screen. Cool. So it was just the top, and it does do what it's supposed to. Right. Okay. Come on out for a minute. better find a new digi for that. And while I'm here, plug this camera cable in and get the post back in the far corner. That was lucky. I nearly took the ZIF connector off then. I nearly bent it back the wrong way. That would have been a right balls up. I'm not sure which way that's supposed to go. It's not going to go that way, is it, idiot? That's better. Plus all the buttons need to go in. Right, I'll be back. Right, I've got this one. Looks nice and clean. Not sure if the screen's any good yet, so if it is, well hey. If it's not, meh. Let's just put it in properly. Where's the other tweezers? The actually good ones. It's such a fiddly pain in the backside to do. I hate doing these things. Probably should stop buying them to try and fix. But a lot of them get fixed and then sell. So that would be a daft idea to stop doing it. Just maybe not as many. There you go. Right. Have we got our fingers crossed? I don't know why I've done that. I haven't even checked that screen. Muppet. You want to be covered in watermarks now. Or just go pop. Yeah, it's a knackered screen. For God's sake. But the touch screen's alright. Hopefully. So after all that effort to get that in there, it now needs to come back out. Come on, you little bag. So, it's coming out. This is what I should have done in the first place, and just peeled that off. Chuck that half in the bin. Get rid of that sticky from the top. And then peel this hideously scratched up one off. Flip this over carefully. Drop that on there. Nudge it into place. And get that on there. Yeah, see, that's better. Right, you. Go in first time. Thank you. Now you. Yep, and then this touch screen. Oh yeah. Right, now let's try and slot that in. Hope it fits nicely the first time. Yeah, we're all good there. Here comes the power. Hey, touchscreen works. Lovely jubbly. Do the camera still work? So, yep, that's the outside camera and the inside camera. Okay, let's get it back together. And then we'll check the SD card reader, just as the last thing, but mostly this is solved. the one that came out of it. So yeah, it has all been fixed with reclaimed parts from other dead machines. So that's nice. Didn't have to use a brand new touchscreen module. Okay. Come on, you stupid things, that's it. Yep, they're in. A couple of screws in the back. Just a couple. Just to hold it together. Quick wipe over, because that is covered in more fingerprints than a PSP. But it's not as if I was cramping my finger, trying to avoid getting fingerprints on it. I knew I'd have to clean it off if we got it going. But it was nice to at least salvage the top screen. Nice brand new one of those on there. Right, hopefully this memory card is formatted for the 3DS. And then I can put this in and we should have a nice working 3DS, but I just need to put the screws back into. .3D works. Yep, create and home menu so it reads the SD card. Volume works. Lovely. And well, the R button works, the L button doesn't. Let's just make sure the cartridge works. Yep, but L's going, R's not. So this is why there's only a couple of screws in the back. douse some little cretins with IPA, give them a good soaking. Hopefully that'll sort them out. If not, I've got buttons to replace them with. Buttons galore. These things don't have right. R button works. L button works. Happy days. So there we have it. One 3DS brought back to life, all with spare parts that were just laying around on the desk or the floor or somewhere nearby anyway. So cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one when I try and not destroy something else. Catch you in a bit. See ya.